Hello, and greetings from Canada. My name is Jen Fenning, and I am the president of Canada's National Farmers Union, the NFU.
And I'm Celeste Smith, Indigenous farmer and co-chair of the NFU International Programs Committee. We are very pleased to speak in support of the government of Mexico's decision to uphold your food sovereignty.
Our organization is Canada's largest voluntary direct membership farm organization. We represent family farmers and farm workers from across the country in all sectors of agriculture. We aim to build a food system where financially viable family and cooperative farms produce high quality, healthy, safe food using practices that protect the soil, water, biodiversity, and their other natural resources. We promote social and economic justice for food producers and all people living in Canada and around the world.
The NFU has always been concerned with power imbalances between large agribusiness corporations and our farmers and their communities. We want to build a food system where people have a democratic say on what we produce, how we produce it, and what we eat.
It is for these reasons and based on these principles that we wrote to Canada's Minister of International Trade on June 8th and again on August 22nd, 2023, urging her not to involve Canada in the USA's trade dispute with Mexico over your country's restriction on importation of genetically modified white corn for dough and tortillas.
We called on our minister to respect Mexico's decision. We expressed our support for the reasons Mexico has put these measures in place, which are to uphold your food sovereignty, including the traditional indigenous farming systems known as milpa, world biodiversity as a center of origin for corn, and to preserve Mexico's biocultural heritage, namely the agroecological practices of milpa and corn's role in your culinary heritage.
We reminded our minister that Canada is proud to have signed the UN Convention on Biodiversity in 1992, and that the commitments we made then stand still. We agreed to regulate, manage, or control risks associated with GMOs that could affect the conservation and sustainable use of biological diversity or pose risks to human health. And we agreed to respect, preserve, and maintain knowledge, innovations, and practices of Indigenous communities that support biodiversity.
We also highlighted the fact that Canada recently passed a law implementing the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, and said it would be inconsistent with the UNDRIP for Canada to dispute Mexico's right to protect Indigenous peoples' food and agricultural heritage.
We oppose the use of trade agreement dispute mechanisms to take away democratic rights and to put the interests of multinational corporations ahead of human communities. Fair trade is possible, but must be grounded in interdependent, ecologically sound, resilient agriculture and food systems that are governed democratically by the citizens who live and work in each country.
In closing, the National Farmers Union in Canada stands in solidarity with Mexico's determination to protect your rich and beautiful cultural heritage, your life-giving biodiversity, and the right of your people to enact food sovereignty. Thank you.
Thank you.